So maybe we can just start with, we've just had a poll from Nokia Growth Partners. Is Intel Capital, is it the same, structured in the same kind of way?
For Intel Capital, starting from the Fund 2 in China, basically we did some strategic movement. And also, on the other hand, we are investing both US and also in RMB, giving the opening of the GEM board. And also, we feel through the corporate allocation, as long as we see the opportunity for domestic structure, then we just go and look into that structure in detail.
So what kind of companies do you invest in?
For U.S. company offshore, it continued to be the mainstream, just like what we did. Typically, the route was to go IPO either for NASDAQ or in Hong Kong exchange. And recently, we are looking more into the company, including a company is called Enjoya, which went IPO in the China GEM board, and is among the first 28, the first batch company. And we feel for domestic company versus the international company, they do have different characteristics. Because for US company, sometimes you just have a model that can fit into the international standard, like online gaming area, and also the profit, and also the company growth. It's more like in the shoe of the US and the European investors looking into a company with their European and US content. But right now for the GEM board, we see more and more companies, they do local development, and they have a business model totally different from the US model. Sometimes the business model may work in China, but it's not one in the US. And vice versa, if you really want to replicate a US model towards the current development, especially for the TMT sector, sometimes it's going to be very, very challenging and difficult.
So can we talk specifics? What products and services are you interested in?
Right now, we are looking into different sectors. Given the fund size is 500 million in the US. So right now, what we are focusing is for individual person, we are focusing in different areas. My colleagues, they are focusing on semiconductor, telecom, other people, they are more into the clean tech. And for me, I'm more into e-commerce, internet-related consumer internet space, as well as online digital media. And also from those space, you can see the development. For example, just like the previous discussion about the social gaming area. This is a booming area in the world. And we do see tremendous success by the Chinese companies. They are not successful in the local content because the local SNS platform, no matter is Tencent or Renren, to some extent they are closed and they are developing their game internally. But in the US, like Facebook, and also like in Japan, where Ricoh made a huge success because of the Mixi. They have the open platform as long as you can develop the good quality games. And then you can have the game market by those SNS side. Then your company can really go a long way for international success. But not in China. In China, you do need to develop your own games, and you do need to be able to operate your own games. So that's the two fundamentally different business model.
How would you characterize the state of innovation in China right now?
I think for innovation, it's less of a technology innovation, and it's more about the execution of the business model. In China, one area also related to the online gaming is when the US market is still developing in the single machine. But China is really bring the online gaming so that it is becoming socializing over the online network where people can socialize. And also the major change is for the revenue model, where in the US you can see a lot of embedded ads where you can develop a lot of smaller games, and then they are advertised through the merchants to get some advertising fees. But here, people, they are implementing the item. It's more like the virtual item where you play not by time, but also by the virtual item you buy. So in that case, you can really differentiate the different people in terms of their purchasing behavior and interest. Because for the games in the US, people typically everyone pay by playing the times. But here, as long as you really want to upgrade your weapon, you want to upgrade the virtual goods, then you just play along the way. And also through those socialized network, people are competing against each other. This can really create a tremendous buying behavior by buying into the virtual items and making the game much more fun and exciting. And also along the way, the game can become more and more innovative through those social feedback as a whole in aggregation.
So what percentage of companies in your portfolio are game or gaming? Any kind of gaming?
Yeah, we have the disclosed name, including like a Kingsoft, which we made investment, and then the company went IPO. The company, they do the MMO game. And we also invest in the game operator, which they are operating the web games, and they are more like the content aggregator. In that case, they are getting the revenue through the joint operation with the various game developers. We also invest in the game factories like Winking, who's doing the game OEMs. And in that case, you can capitalize the overall growth trend for the online gaming industry by becoming like the leading OEM game player.
So what exactly does that mean in the gaming space to be an OEM? Does that mean they make white label games for other companies that operate and sell them?
That's right, yeah. Because for the game, you have a different development period. And for some period, it's more like you follow the standard protocol. And in that case, if you are really specialized in that specific protocol, and then by contracting out to develop games for other companies, and then this can really improve efficiency and shorten the development game of other MMO players.
Can I just shift a bit? I know it's not your specialization, but your colleagues. But what kinds of investments are you making in clean technology or green technology?
We are looking into more like some technology that can be closely related with Intel, the strategic angle, because we think in that case for the Intel's hardware and for Intel's silicon platform, it can really create value when you continue to develop the company. So like two cases we invested, one is the MP Holding. This company, they are developing a new breed of battery technology using where the silicon, the embedded solution can really have a major play. And another company we did was investing in CHINICT, which is a company based in Shenzhen. They do the thin film. And for the thin film technology, it's not just like in China, but it also has the global market, especially in Europe. So for the clean tech...
Can you explain? I don't really understand thin film. What is that?
The thin film is one of the solar technology. It's more advanced compared to the PU technology, which is a standard one.
And is this China innovation? Are they working on new intellectual property created here?
Regarding the technology, this is not a new technology, but in terms of their operation and their procedure to develop it, is much more efficient because in some cases it's labor intensive. So this is another way to innovate the Chinese model. Sometimes you really don't need to have the full automatic procedure, because sometimes when you have all those equipment with less manpower, overall the cost structure can get more expensive because you have the huge capital expenditure and fixed cost. But if you are using some labor in combined with the equipment, which is cost effective, in that case, the company can make overall more cost effective products.
Great. On that note, thank you very much, David.
Thank you.
Thank you, David Lee, Director over at Intel Capital.